Let me ask you something. How many times have you looked up at someone the camera loves, someone the media worships, someone who smiles, feels every screen, and felt something inside of you say, that's who I want to be? How many times has an image sold you on a person before you even knew who they truly are? We live in an age of hand-picked perfection. The media is the painter, and it paints only what it wants you to see. We have been handed a false image, portraying as something it is not, dressed up as credibility, wrapped in reliability, packaged so cleanly, the questioning it never crossed your mind. Because why would we? Everything on the surface said trust this, but a false image never bleeds. A false image never breaks. A false image never tells the truth at 3 in the morning when the lights are off and the cameras are gone and there's no crowd left to perform for. We were never looking at the person. We were looking at the production. And somewhere between the applause and the admiration, we forgot to ask the question that actually matters. Do you remember the feeling? That moment as a child when your hero appeared, and just for a second, the whole world just made sense. You actually believed that good exists, that strength was real, that somewhere out there, there was someone who would stand up when everyone else sat down. You screamed their name, you wear their colors. You told yourself that one day, I'll be just like them. Their hero wasn't just a person to you. Their hero was proof that the world was worth fighting for. So tell me, what happens to that child inside of you when that mask finally comes off? Not slowly, not gently, but violently, ripped away right in front of your eyes, and standing there in place of everything that you believed in as a stranger. Someone cold, someone calculated, someone who looked the crowd in the eyes and smiled and saved the day. And when home became a monster, that cape was just a costume, that smile was just a script, and you was just the audience. That doesn't just hurt your feelings, that wounds something deep inside of you, because it wasn't just a person that you lost. It was a piece of your belief in people, a piece of your faith that what you see is what is real. And that is exactly what they counted on. The most dangerous person in the world is not the villain who shows you who they truly are. The most dangerous person in the world is the hero who never breaks character in public. They have studied the crowd. They know what makes you cheer. They know what makes you trust. They know how to package darkness inside of a smile and hand it to you like it's a gift. And you just receive it with open arms. Because everything on the outside told you that they were safe. They built their kingdom on your admiration. They fed off your loyalty. They used your belief in them as a weapon against you. And the saddest part is, they never lost a night of sleep over it. But here is what I need you to hear. I need you to hear this clearly. The fact that their masks fooled you does not make you weak. It makes you human. You believe because you were built to believe in something greater than yourself. You trust because trust is not a flaw. It is one of the most powerful things a person can carry. They didn't expose your weakness. They only exposed their emptiness. Because it takes nothing to wear a mask. It takes everything to live without it. The real heroes are not the ones the camera finds. The real heroes are the ones that the cameras miss. The ones who tell the truth when lying would have been easier. The ones who protect when no one is watching. The ones who are the same person at midnight behind closed doors as they are standing in front of the whole world. No performance, no costume, no crowd required. That is the hero that this world is starving for. As a child, my mother always told me, everything that glitter ain't gold. And I'm sure you didn't grow up in a household where that truth was a stranger either. But somewhere Between childhood and now, we must have forgotten the lesson. We got distracted by the glitter, we got pulled in by the shine, and we stopped asking what's underneath. Because behind every bright smile, there's a story that smile was built to hide. Behind every calm tone, every carefully chosen word, every perfectly timed display of kindness, there's a shadow. A dark, quiet, patient shadow of who that person truly is when a performance is over. Just because they look good does not mean that they are good. Just because they know how to make you feel seen when they string their words together does not mean that they actually see you. Feeling good in someone's presence is not the same as being safe in it. We live in a day and age where social media has become so powerful, so manipulative in the hands of the wrong people that it can make even the devil himself look good. Think about it. Give it a filter, give it a pleasing voice, give it a carefully crafted storyline, make the crowd empathetic, give them just enough pain to relate, just enough warmth to lower their guard. And before long, people will forget entirely who they are watching. They will defend him, they will share his content, and they will call him an inspiration. This is the reality of the world that we live in. So be careful of what you allow to draw you in. Be careful what you let pass your discernment. That's because it's wrapped in something beautiful. For gold does not announce itself, and neither does its counterfeit. Your mother told you, now the world is showing you that everything that glitters is not gold. Some of these people have been wearing that mask for so long that they have built an entire empire off of it. They have been wearing it so constantly, so convincingly, for so many years, that the world has handed them credibility, handed them platforms, handed them influence, all built on a foundation of an image that was never real to begin with. And the most chilling part is, these are not the people that you will ever expect. These are the ones that you defend in conversations, the ones that you quote, the ones that you look at and say, nah, not them. They would never. Those are the exactly ones that I'm talking about. Because here is something that I need you to understand. Something that nobody wants to say out loud, but everybody must hear. For some of these people, this is just a job. That is it. Nothing more, nothing less. They clock in, they perform. They tell you exactly what you need to hear to keep you watching, to keep you trusting, to keep you coming back. The smile is just a part of the job. The relatability is just a part of the job. The carefully crafted moment that they made you feel like they actually care was just a part of the job. Think about it. How many times have you gone to work every single day and become a completely different person? The moment that you walk through those doors, you put on a face, you adjust your tone, you smile at people that you never chose. You say things that you don't mean because the environment demands for it. Because at the end of the day, you're only there for one reason, and that's to get paid. So what makes you think that the people that you see on your screen are any different? What makes you think that just because the platform is bigger, the motive somehow becomes more pure? The camera doesn't change the heart. The audience doesn't change the agenda. A larger stage just means a more polished performance. They are not up there fighting for you. They are not up there losing sleep over your struggles. They are not moved by your pain. They only move by what your pain can do for their numbers. They have studied the crowd the same way any professional study their craft. And they have mastered the art of appearing like they care. Because caring keeps you watching, and keeping you watching keeps them paid. This is not personal to them. You are the product and not the purpose. So the next time you feel you're being drawn in, the next time that smile starts to make you lower your guard, and those words start to make you feel like somebody finally gets it, I want you to pause for a second and ask yourself, who really benefits from you believing in this? Because everybody is not your ally just because they learn how to act like one. So where does that leave us? It leaves us done. It leaves us done being fooled. It leaves us done being manipulated. It leaves us done handing our trust over to people who treated us like a tool and never once lost an ounce of sleep over how they played us. And yes, I know some of you are sitting there with that sting right now. That feeling that creeps in when you realize something that you believed in was constructed, engineered, designed specifically to make you feel safe. Safe enough to stop asking questions. And that feeling is valid. But don't you dare let it stop you. Because the moment you do let their deception make you paralyzed, they win not only once, but twice. They already took your trust. Do not hand them your clarity too. This is your wake-up call, and I need you to receive it like one. Not politely, not passively. Receive it like your life depends on it, because it does. The people you blindly follow shape what you believe in. And what you believe in shapes how you move. And how you move shapes your entire direction in life. So when you hand your trust to a performance, you are not just being deceived in the moment. You're following someone else's lie to steer your direction. That stops today. From this moment forward, you do not owe anyone your admiration simply because they showed up well on the screen. You do not owe anyone your loyalty simply because they mastered the language of sincerity. You do not owe anyone the benefit of the doubt that they have not earned with constant, visible, unglamorous truth. A smile is not character. A platform is not integrity. A following is not proof of anything except that the performance worked. Start studying people where the cameras don't reach. Watch how they treat people who can do absolutely nothing for them. Watch who they are when there is no applause waiting on the other side of the action. Watch what they protect when everything else is stripped away and there is no image left to maintain. That is where that real person lies. And that is the only place worth looking. Your mother told you everything that glitter ain't gold. The child in you built altars to heroes that turned out to be actors in capes. And this world handed you a fabricated image, called it a person, and watched you celebrate it. But that version of you, the one who consumed without questioning, who admired without investigating, who trusted without discerning, that version of you is done. You are not the audience anymore. You are awake, you are aware, and you are dangerous to every single performance that depends on you staying asleep. Guard your discernment like it's the most valuable thing that you own, because it is. Sharpen it, protect it. Refuse to surrender it to anyone who has not proven themselves worthy of it. Because when every mask has finally fallen, and they always fall, only what is real will be standing. So remember, you are phenomenal. If anybody tell you otherwise,